Shefsky here. Welcome to Fantasy House. This is one of my favorite things to do. This podcast, every week, I have a different guest come on. Real people. It's exciting. I have actors, comedians, plumbers. I've had a loan officer. I don't know how he got into the mix. Actually, he's a good buddy of mine. He had a great episode. But I have real people come on, and they use their imagination. We celebrate that shit. We celebrate their imagination because we take my love of MTV Cribs and we combine it with my adult love of Rick and Morty and Adventure Time. You know, like limitless imagination stuff. And they walk us through their fantasy house. It is so much fun. This episode is brought to you by me, Jon Shefsky. I'm the only realtor in Southern California. Did you guys know that? Everyone else lost their license. I'm the only realtor left. So you have to come to me. That's the thing. So come to me. I'll take care. That sounds like really like dark, huh? Come to me. I will sell your home. Hit me up if you have any questions. If you want to sell your home, if you want to buy a house, if you want to tell someone else that they can buy a house, and you're like, I need some ammo. I need to understand how this works. I got to tell my mom that she's got to buy a house. Hit me up. I'll get you all the info. There's a lot of confusing stuff. I remember before I was a realtor, I was like, I had no idea what escrow was. I thought it was snails that you eat at a fancy restaurant. I didn't know. So don't be ashamed. Just send me an email at Fantasy House Podcast. I almost forgot the email address. I always almost forget it. fantasyhousepodcast@gmail.com. Dude, I have to look at my phone sometimes when I give people my number. Like, did I give them the right number? Because I'm like, it's like, you know, I get all like, what is a number anyways when you stop and think about it? It's like a symbol. But what's the symbol? A symbol is a symbol of something, right? It's a symbol of a thought. And then I'm like...
And then you're like, four. That sounds weird. Four.
That's literally me thinking out loud when someone's like, can I get your number? And then I'm like, wait, where'd you go? As I'm standing there. Like, what are numbers anyways? I'll help you sell your home. Don't worry, I have a transaction coordinator at my brokerage. They handle all the serious stuff with paperwork. I just do the fun stuff of buying and selling the houses.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So it's good times. Today's episode is it's going to be so much fun. My guest is a hilarious stand-up comedian. She's a suicide girl. No, she's still alive. Don't try to crack your dad jokes, folks. You know what suicide girls are. They're the cool models. The models that still smoke cigarettes. That's right. It's going to be a good one. Lindsey Jennings. I'm so excited. Now, also, guys, we're at 41 5 stars. I'm so stoked. # blessed guest. Give me some more reviews, dogs. Is that the name for the Fantasy House listeners? The dogs. What's up, dogs? Am I dating myself? Does anyone say call each other dog anymore? Or is it just me?
They do.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up? You my dog? Like, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been confirmed by Lindsey, who is hipper than both Al and I combined. So we know that this is good. She gave us a stamp of approval.
I feel like it's East Coast.
Is it East Coast?
I don't know.
You know what? East Coast, West Coast, a combination to create the best coast, which is the middle. Which, if you think about it, if you look at the globe, America itself is a coast to some sort of ocean of a planet. Am I right, folks? Again, what are numbers? Now, in the words of the great Angelo Bowers, let us do this! Dog.
Okay, now I'm allowed to talk.
Yeah.
What up, dog?
What's up, dog?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's been going on? What are you doing lately?
Lately, I have been in rehearsals with Suicide Girls. I am...
What are you rehearsing for? What does that mean?
Well... They are rehearsing for the burlesque tour, which I still learn the dances because I do a lot of shit on that tour. I'm the assistant tour manager. I get to open with my stand-up, which is dope. And then they hire me, which is good because it's money to rehearse and learn the dances. And that way, if anybody fucks up or something happens, I can fill in on the road. And it did happen last year. So
it's going to happen, right? It happens... Like, that just is like part of life, right? Like, you're going to have to jump in. They're like, Lindsey, get in there.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I keep getting more jobs because shit keeps happening. So, yeah, so I guess you're right.
You keep like putting, what do you call it, pouring stuff into other Suicide Girls' drinks. Like,
yeah.
I guess
she got a little too drunk tonight. I don't know.
Sleeping on the job, huh, bitch? You already have your helmet on. You're on the bench. Ready to go, coach.
I literally took over one person's job because they got too drunk and they were twerking. instead of doing their jobs. So they were like, she was like supposed to be selling merch, and there's like one girl with like a line out the door, just like trying to serve everybody, and the other girl's just twerking on the fucking merch booth.
You hear claps. You're like, what is that? What is going on? I hear some booty claps. What's going on? You're supposed to be selling shirts.
Yeah. It gets a little crazy. It's sometimes.
It's good that you're in there and ready to go, because that's like that opportunity thing where you're like, I'm ready to kick ass.
Yeah, but I'm like, whatever. I just want to do my stand up, so I don't really care. Whatever.
You don't even care. Is that how you start your stand up when they?
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
Lindsey Jennings.
I'm like, what's up? Yo, I don't even care.
Actually, it's a great opener for just like, I don't even care. Like before saying hello.
Yo, I don't even care. First of all, I just want you guys to know I don't care.
I have a feeling both of us are going to use that one at least one time soon.
Let's try it out. I'm going to a mic after this. I'll do it.
Dude, I want to say that so bad. Give it up for Jon Shefsky, and they clap for a second, and then I grab the mic. I'm like, I don't even care. So, what's it like going on the tour with Suicide Girls? And can I come with you sometime?
No. I wish they would hire somebody to be like security. Not that you.
Yeah, security.
Not that you could.
I could help like with emotional security.
You're like, do you feel safe?
Dude,
Does everybody feel safe?
I feel like they would. Yeah, they'd be like, not with you. Yeah, no. My wife would be so mad if I was like, babe, it's a gig.
Really?
I'm just traveling with the Suicide Girls.
My friend's husband right now is touring with Lizzo. That's pretty fucking cool. You know Lizzo or no?
Wizzo?
Lizzo? With the L.
I'm not as hip as you, dude.
Now you're dating yourself.
Is he or she a rap star? Does he hang out with, what's his name? Oh, man, I can't remember his name. Fucking Post-Op Malone?
Post-Op. Honestly, I'm not that up with shit either. But Lizzo is blowing up. She's this, like, fat black chick. She
Wait, is she a country star?
No, she's
There's a really good fat black country star chick, too.
Oh, cool.
Shout out to her. I forgot her name. Sorry to objectify her. I'm just like, oh yeah, that fat black chick in entertainment. Yeah. There's only one of them.
Oh my god,
John, there's a lot of fat black chicks in entertainment. I have a list at home. I'll be better next time.
Well, Lizzo is awesome, and she's a singer. She's popping. She's on the up and up. Yeah.
Good for her.
Anyway, so I don't know. Whatever. We don't have any men on the tour except for our bus driver George, who is a really cool Mexican dude who my friend always goes, doesn't he look like a painting? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because he looks like a painting of an old Native American man, I suppose.
Like he just has that look?
Yeah, but I guess maybe she's just always on mushrooms. What are numbers, you know?
Yeah, right. Oh, man. Does he look like painting? Like, isn't existence kind of a painting,
by numbers? Yeah.
Aren't we a painting right now? Like a podcast is like a painting of sound.
Whoa. Life imitates art. Imitates life. Yeah, it's crazy. It's cool. It's mostly chill, but you know, I don't know. I've been scared lately. I'm paranoid somebody's going to shoot us up sometimes.
Because all the shooting stuff?
Yeah. I'm like, we're totally a target for like a crazy conservative dude. Like, these girls won't fuck me.
No.
You know?
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. I shouldn't think about
crazy
it too much.
Conservative dude, these girls won't fuck. That is why they're all mad, huh?
Yo, probably.
We gotta legalize prostitution and just let people bust some nuts.
Honestly.
And even if they don't have
and
sex.
stop making people feel bad about it. That's why they go crazy, because they're not fucking enough.
Just let some people just want hugs.
Honestly,
some people just want to pay a hooker to get a hug.
I've been fantasizing about hugs lately.
Seriously?
I'm pretty lonely. Yeah, I just want a hug from a very tall man.
That's the fantasy? Or like,
that sounds like I have daddy issues. I'm like, I would just want a hug from a tall man.
Dude, that's... Well, if you said you want a hug from a short man, I'd still... Daddy issues. I mean, it just depends on the height.
Maybe. No.
I just want to talk... Al, did you just get down on your knees because you were going to hug her? Yeah, okay. I don't think she wants a hug from you while we're trying to record the podcast. She's like, my fantasy said this guy creeps me out while we're recording. Stand up, Al! Oh, dude. No, that shit's essential. Like it gets overlooked, and obviously, you know, we glorify all the different stuff in our society of like, even I was saying prostitution, right? That someone needs to have sex, but also like, yeah, some people do just want, like, you just want a hug sometime.
Have you watched that? I've watched a 60-second documentary about professional coddlers.
No.
Yeah, or cuddlers who just go to...
Yeah, those are two different things. Coddlers and cuddlers. Coddlers, my friend's mom could totally do that. She does a lot more than 60 seconds of coddling for him.
I feel like it's similar in a way, though. But yeah, they just go to your house and cuddle you.
Really?
Hug you, yeah.
How interesting. Like, you pay them for a fee.
You pay them, yeah. It's like there's
Is it in America or is this like in a Jap? It sounds like a Japanese.
they have
thing.
it in America too.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, I know, I've called it.
Al's like, he shows us his credit card bill. He's like, I'm actually about $8,000 in debt. Like, it's just,
did you watch that show Maniac with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone?
Was that the sci-fi one?
Yeah.
Was it good?
I thought it was good. Yeah, it's weird, very weird, but
Sounds like I'm already gonna like it. It's sci-fi. It's weird.
in it, there's a thing where you like pay a person to pretend to be your friend, but they have to like read a script before, and they have to be like, "Oh yeah, Grandpa, so and so, whatever." Like,
so they know you.
Yeah, they have to like know you, and you have to like you sit there and reminisce on times with them. But it's
interesting.
Yeah, and I feel like we're really getting close to that.
Well,
in real life.
They've had tech stuff, which is like they've had like robot dogs that they've taken to like orphanages or things with like old people and with like orphans, like convalescent homes and orphans, and they've had like tests with that, and they've talked about that for robotics and like AI technology.
And the robot dogs were helping them the same like a normal dog would.
Yeah, I mean within some plus or minus, I'm sure like it can't be exactly the same.
It's like the Black Mirror Ashley O episode.
I've never seen Black Mirror, but I know I've seen that one episode, the pig fucker episode.
Yeah, that's like the first episode ever.
Yeah,
I don't like that episode that much.
Scary.
There were better ones from that season, but this one is Miley Cyrus, and it's basically like her life. But then they make like a Siri type of or Alexa type of doll after her or whatever. I don't know. You should watch it.
I mean, there's definitely some weird psychological implications that you're like, this could really get out of hand. But at the same time, you're like, it might be worth risking some of that if you're going to help some old people that are lonely or some, the
robot dogs start eating old people.
Yeah.
Wait, so
that might even solve the problem. We'll edit that part out.
MK Ultra. Have you heard about it?
That's a lipstick, right?
What?
MK Ultra? Is that
it's probably
L'Oreal?
Mary Kay.
Yeah, Mary Kay, yeah.
Yeah, probably. But have you heard of this or no?
Who hasn't heard of MK Ultra?
A lot of people. I didn't until recently. And
really?
Yeah.
People, like Terrence McKenna was talking about that like 30 years ago.
Yeah,
before
I know.
we even heard of him.
It was happening back then.
Yeah.
But I had heard about it before, but like I didn't really know what it was, and I was reading about it. And apparently they released documents that said they were making dogs where they were like wiring the dog's brain with things where they could like with a remote make the dog stop or go or bark or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, they had
it's true though, or is that?
Yeah, this is a true one of the documents that the government released about like 6 dogs that they had that they were like remote controlling.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that stuff's difficult to verify because conspiracy theorists will take the actual real stuff that's happened, like the Philadelphia experiment. That sounds like that's a band. That's a band. They play with fish all the time. They play with fish and wean. The Philadelphia Experience. Oh, they're great. They do like a 5-hour set, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm so high. I really enjoy myself. They've got a flute. Anyways. No.
Lizzo plays the flute.
Huh? Lizzo plays the flute?
Lizzo.
Oh, sorry.
No, really.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Lizzo. You play the flute.
She's making the flute cool again.
Is she?
No, really. She and her alter ego for her flute playing is Sasha B. Flutin or something like that.
Okay, well, I have faith in her. I can't say on this show that I would say like no one should bring a flute back into music. Jethro Tull did it, and they threw the flute down. They dropped it like they dropped the mic. No, if the flute's working out for her, great. Bring it back and kick ass. Wasn't Andre 3000? Wasn't he playing the flute a bunch?
Was he fluting?
He was fluting. Is that the term? Fluting? Is that what they say when you're into vapes? He's fluting because he does a vape pen.
I like saying tootin' for prostituting.
Where'd you grow up?
New York.
New York.
Long Island.
Is it as long as the beach out here, the Long Beach?
It's longer.
It's longer?
I don't know. We have a long beach, though, on Long Island.
You guys are in a beach measuring contest over here?
We got the longest beaches. We got the whole island is beach everywhere. You only have to go 13 miles either direction, and you're at a beach on Long Island, no matter where you are.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's their marketing?
No, that's just...
You just go 13 miles in any direction?
I just think of things weird. And I like figured that out one day, and I was like, wow, you're 13 miles from a beach, no matter where you are.
That sounds great.
Or less than 13 miles. Yeah.
Was it a good spot to grow up?
I think so. I definitely liked it.
What was your favorite thing about it?
I kind of grew up in the woods, but
This is why we found out this story gets interesting. I was raised by wolves. Whoa, Lindsay! That's why you used to shave the sides of your heads. You were a punk as fuck.
Oh my god, no! But yeah, a lot of Long Island is just becoming apartments, and they're cutting down all the woods, even like the wooded area that that I grew up in, like the woods. My woods is now like 2 apartment complexes and then like a little bit of woods, but it's one of the few green areas left besides like out east Long Island.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would play in the woods all the time. I don't know, it was fun.
That's good times.
I like nature, yeah. And we used to go camping at the beach. Yeah.
Which you could get to in any direction.
Any direction. 13 miles.
I think my dad grew up in Staten Island, and not
as nice.
No, I'm sure it's not as nice, right? But someone told me that when I was a kid, they're like, Staten Island, that's the garbage island. And I was like, whoa,
yeah.
my dad grew up on a garbage island? But,
yeah.
Is there a dump there? The Staten Island?
Like a big landfill? I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I think so.
So you were raised by wolves, and my dad is like, he lived in like a garbage dump, and he'd come out every morning and like lift off the top and be like, ah.
Wait a minute. Oh, you know what I just thought about? The Isle of Dogs. That's like a real thing, apparently. Or maybe it's cats, though. I think it's cats.
The movie, the Isle of Dogs?
Isle of Dogs is a movie, and then it's
movie,
based off of a place that actually exists that's like an Isle of Cats. I think I just heard that, unless I made it up.
That's how Wes Anderson got to use it. He's like, how could I change this to use it? Like, someone nudged him, like, turn it into dogs.
Yeah, or because people care more about dogs, maybe.
Yeah.
Because cats are
cats are
nice.
awesome. I love cats.
I love cats too, but I just like dogs better.
So dogs are not as much of a gamble. Dogs, I would say 9 out of 10 times, if you're kind to a dog, it will be your friend. It will show you tons of affection.
Yeah,
cats are more like people. Like 9 out of 10 times, you don't know that they're going to like you, even if you show them a lot of attention.
But they're also very temperamental. Like
it can be.
Like they're not as like fake as people because people will bullshit you and just be nice to you, like just out of courtesy. Where cats are just like fuck you.
But that's not like bullshitting. I mean, if you're honestly nice though, like I think dogs are honestly nice. They're not like.
No, I know. I was talking about humans.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm thinking like I'm personifying the dogs, and they're thinking in their head like, no, I'm genuinely like I like people. I really do like to lick hands.
Yeah, dogs. I was reading an article about dogs. They did like a Time magazine issue on dogs and how they think, and dogs really are our best friends.
Oh yeah, they've evolved with us.
Yeah.
Someone told me. I think Zane Helberg told me their eyes. Is it humans evolved? Someone, I think. Al, were you telling me, or was it Zane? Zane was telling that our eyes like
develop slower than theirs.
No, our eyes, the whites of our eyes, like people survived better with dogs as their hunting pals or whatever, because dogs could watch. It's like theory, because obviously no one's been there videotaping for millions of years, right?
Yeah.
But that humans. Like we weeded out people that didn't have whites of their eyes. Like, so you could have darker, more yellowy eyes or whatnot,
Yeah.
But humans have whites of their eyes because dogs would watch our eyes because they could see from the contrast between the pupil and retina.
Yeah.
And the white of your eyes, they could help you hunt because they could see where you're looking without talking, just watching your body language and your eyes. And so like those tribes prospered more and reproduced more, and other ones with eyes that weren't as high contrast died off. It was just a trip, and I'm probably wrong, so I hope if you're listening to this and you're like, I'm an anthropologist and I'm going to write Jon an email. As long as you're an anthropologist that wants to get pre-approved and have me help you find a home, send me an email. But I'm not claiming to know anthropology at all, but
yeah,
it's a trip. But
they were talking about how dogs are like geniuses in the animal world, which is just funny because dogs seem so dumb, right? Yeah. But like they're just like dumb and happy all the time. You're like, you have to be dumb because you're happy all the time.
That sounds pretty genius, though.
Yeah.
If you're like really smart, you're like, make me as dumb as possible so I can just be happy. Pretty smart decision, right?
That's true.
Ralphie May used to have a hilarious bit about how people with Down syndrome, like people talk down to them and make fun of them because of like they have Down syndrome and they think that they're better than them. And he would do like 20 minutes on look how much fun people with Down syndrome have and how happy they are and how much they enjoy their lives.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, maybe the secret is to like maybe just tone it down a bit.
Our brains are like 1/50th the size of our whole body, and like most animals is like 1 to like 500 or something, and dogs are like 1 to 1/25th or whatever. So I don't know, they're a lot smarter than animals, but not as smart as us.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Yeah, like somebody else just asked me this for some reason.
Oh, thanks. Unoriginal question. You have a sound effect for that?
I know. I remember what it was for. It was for Suicide Girls is doing like a new app. Anyway, it's I would say, I guess, I don't know. now I have mixed feelings, but it always was elephants and pigs growing up.
Dude, those are my parents' favorite animals.
Really?
My mom loves elephants. My dad loves pigs.
My dad loves elephants. He for Christmas we do like a Secret Santa, and he says just donate the money to either Bernie Sanders or to the elephants.
Or elephants for Bernie Sanders. That group is really trying to make a difference.
Yeah,
dude, it does pain me whenever I find out that like of course it's sad to think that like slaughterhouses suck and whatnot for cows. But when you find out like that, like people are doing things to like intelligent animals that are basically people with deep thoughts that just don't speak English, it keeps me up at night when I find out stuff that happens to elephants.
I don't like
pigs. Apparently are super smart, and that's a very difficult one.
And they they skin them alive and shit at these fucking slaughterhouses.
Dude, that's very difficult. Yeah, because I can't stop eating them. And
I know. And
I love you guys. I'm so sorry. As I'm eating a BLT, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
And then
I'm an addict.
Somebody told me recently that. Where there's a babe pig in the city. That's weird. I just looked up and
there's the poster up here.
Babe pig in the city thing. Well, somebody just told me that elephants look at us like how we look at puppies. Like they think that we're so cute, and it would make sense because they do like to like hang out with us, play with us, put them on their back. You know. So I was like, wow, that's really fucking cute. Also. What do you think about this? What's your opinion on micro?
That's the name of my podcast. What do you think about this?
What's your opinion on micro pigs? Because Whitney Cummings has been doing all this animal rights activism, which is great, and I love that about her. But they say that micro pigs like aren't a thing, but I'm like, but I see so many micro pigs living that seem like happy. So what? But she says that it's just like pigs that are starved, basically.
Interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's like how if you put a goldfish in a small tank, it won't get bigger, but if you put it in a big tank, it'll get bigger.
So there's no such thing as a micro pig.
Yeah,
and they're only small because you keep them in a small goldfish tank.
No, because they just give them like vegetables, like lettuce and stuff when they're supposed to eat.
Oh, they're not feeding them a healthy diet?
They're giving them like things that I guess are healthy, like celery and fucking carrots and shit, but I think that they need to eat more than...
Yeah.
But then it's like also, I don't know, all these fucking other pig farms are probably feeding them just that slosh because they'll eat whatever. So what's really healthy? I don't know.
What's your one thing you would do if you could like just fix the world, but you could only do like one thing right now? Like what would fix it?
Oh God, that's terrible.
I know it's a difficult question because it's like, well, what could solve everything? Well, if you could just pick one problem to fix,
I think
it's not going to solve everything.
Happiness. So I think the happier people are, I think that if people meditated more, if I could get everyone to like meditate or do yoga,
right?
That a lot of people would be a lot happier and chiller, and people wouldn't be like, starting as many wars. Or make prostitution legal. That would be a good one.
That might help, right?
Because people would, less shootings,
Right?
Suck a small dick, save some lives. But
no offense to the small dick people that aren't going to do shootings. I got some listeners like,
all small dick men are shooters. I'm like extreme.
I hope to get one email from this one.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, this extremist,
dear John,
this ableist body shamer, Lindsey Jennings.
Dear John, I was hoping to be on Fantasy House one day to have my dick enlargement room publicized to everyone. But now I've been offended, and my turtle has gone back in its shell. Okay.
Yeah. Can I tell you what my answer on Bumble was to that question?
Yeah, please.
Because they were on Bumble. It was like all these people. It would be like, if you could solve one world problem, what would it be? And all these people are like, world hunger. And I'm like, you really chose to like fill out that question.
So
like
boring.
It's so cheesy. Yeah. Or it'll be like, what's the last charity you did? And I'm like, really? You're gonna like be like, I did Habitat for Humanity. Like you're just like trying to look good.
Red Cross. I wanted to make sure.
Like it's not a college application. I don't know. Yeah. And so I wrote, it was like, what would you do? What world problem would you solve? And I was like, hunger. I'd let everyone eat my pussy.
That's comedy right there.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Where would your fantasy house? What's the geographic location of your fantasy house?
Oh my God. I can't believe that I didn't even think of that.
Where it's going to be?
Well, okay, because I have too many options. I want 3. I used to want 6 houses.
Okay. You can come back for other episodes since you're a riff machine and we've got plenty to go. Season 2 you can do. Pick one for right now.
I'll just tell you, I want a tree house in Denver because that'd be cool. Like, have you ever seen the Ludacris video for It's Saturday?
No.
Well, he's got, check it out, sick treehouse. I want a treehouse like that. But that would be because do you know that all these just real quick conspiracy theory. All these fucking reptilians, like, Queen Elizabeth and Bush.
Oh, yeah.
I don't actually believe that but maybe they're, I don't know anything. But anyway, they all have houses. All these extremely rich, powerful people have houses in Denver. And there's this whole theory about the Denver airport conspiracy.
I remember it's got like doesn't it have like a nuclear bomb painting? And it's got like it's made out of a swastika shape?
It's got murals of genocide, basically. It's like
how creepy when you're about to get on an airplane.
Well, they actually painted over like the really scary ones. But yeah, there's this guy with like a gas mask and like a machete with a dove on it. It's like peace after war, and then it's like all this weird symbolism. The artist is really great, but yeah, they kept like the one where it's like
he's dead. He killed himself. He was talking to the Clintons.
Did you hear about the other artist who got killed by his own art from the Denver airport conspiracy? The fucking guy who made the fucking blue Mustang. Have you seen it?
No.
Outside of the Denver airport is this crazy tall, creepy horse that's like 20 feet tall, like blue with red eyes, and it looks like it's looking at you no matter where you pass. And he died.
Badass.
It is very badass, but that guy died while building that statue because piece of it fell on him and his son finished it for him.
Creepy.
Yeah, and so there's all types of weird things.
There's so much stuff that's like it doesn't even have to be a conspiracy. It's just like there's weird artists doing weird stuff and people paying but there's so much at that airport, right? There's
like they built a whole new airport and then like it's not good enough. They put it underground and then there's like tunnels with like where they could spray. There's like like a fountain system where they're like theorizing that they could spray whatever to kill people. I don't know.
There's always that they want to kill all of us.
Yeah. Well, it's like and then there's a lot of like New World Order stuff in there and a lot of Freemasonry art. Anyway, so
it's free, huh? Maybe
so that's
book us a couple tickets.
So that's why I want
Masonry
have
art
a house
for free.
in Denver. But I guess geographically I would want it to be either on Long Island because that's where I grew up and I love it there, even though I recently discovered a lot of racist people there. But I went to like it's
a long enough island. You've got space between them, right?
Right. I went to a diverse school, but then like the school next to me is just like all white people who have never even seen a black person. Like it's crazy.
Really? In 2019?
Well, I don't know about in 2019, but that's how it was like literally 10 years ago. And I believe so. Yeah. And I think, I do think that a lot of like people are coming out as racists who weren't before because they've been given more of a platform because of what's going on in the country right now. So, I just have heard more racist shit than I've ever heard in my life. And I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, but I still love Long Island. So.
Probably just because it's summertime. That's why. That's my theory.
The racists come out in the summer.
Dude, it's hot. They're upset and they're white, so they get sunburn easier. So they're just like grumpy, and then they just look for a scapegoat. That's my theory. Racism is worse than summertime. That's right. That's official copyrighted by Fantasy House. Theory on racism.
Yeah, that's probably it. But so Long Island or LA though.
So we're not doing we're out of Denver because of the lizard people? You like left? You went there?
No, Denver's where my treehouse is.
Okay.
But we'll go back to that another time.
Okay. Oh, you greedy fantasy house. She's like, I bought a couple plots of Fantasyland. I want to tell everyone about all of them. No one's ever come on and been like, I'm going to need a couple hours.
Well, you were like, we'll have you back. So that's what I mean.
We'll come. Okay. So people that were excited about Denver, we're going to talk about that on a different episode. So let's,
or later, we'll see. We'll see how quickly I go through my other fantasy houses.
It's your fantasy studio apartment. You're like, everything's in one room. It's got blue walls. We're done. Let's go to my next one. All right, where do you want this one to be at?
Okay, well,
today's fantasy house is where?
Let's see. Let's do Los Feliz. What I really want right now is a place in Los Feliz.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, in Los Angeles.
What part of Los Feliz? Because there's different areas. Like, is it in the hills? Is it on a flat part? Busy street? Out by itself?
Probably. There's a street in particular where there's a house that I actually really love, Alexandria. So it's kind of, I never want to live in the hills because I feel like that's so dumb. Like if you try to have a party up there, the traffic is insane. It's like all these 1-lane roads. I don't like.
They are small roads.
I don't like that shit. So no, I want to live somewhere more accessible, but like nice, you know. So just like a nice area of Los Feliz, like a flat area.
Okay, flat area, Los Feliz. Okay, what's the house look like if we're walking up to it?
You're walking up to it. It's purple.
Purple house.
Purple.
Can't miss it.
Victorian style. Gothic Victorian
I remember
style.
you like Gothic Victoria. Yep.
I fucking love it.
Yep.
I need a turret. There's no way I'm getting a house without a turret. I just want a turret. It's all I want. And I just want to say turret as many times as I can.
Huh? I just want a turret. I don't even want the rest of the house. Just give me a turret.
Wait, when I like discovered, I guess I must have discovered what a turret was like a couple years ago, because I've always wanted one. I just didn't know what it was called, so I haven't stopped saying the word since. And then I was like, I don't remember the joke. Actually, I made up a joke about your house having turrets.
Tourette syndrome.
Yeah,
Tourette's.
but I don't even remember what it was.
So do you like any kind of house that has turrets, or just Victorian style?
I appreciate any turret. I love a turret. I'm a turret connoisseur, but
is that your handle?
It's probably because
Turret Girl.
Yeah.
You can reach, if you guys liked this episode, you can reach Lindsay at Turret Girl at Turret Girl.
Wow, I never made the connection that it's a phallic symbol, so maybe that's also why.
Oh, my house have a big old dick.
I just get it
big old
shaped like a
erect dick,
penis.
too,
Yeah,
by the way. It's
like the Little Mermaid castle. Remember they put dicks in it. No, but I also thought it would be cool to live in a church. I don't know if I really want to live in a church, but I totally would if I found a sick fucking church that they were selling that I could buy.
You totally.
Yeah, like a church with a lot of turrets, because I also really want a lot of stained glass.
Okay.
Like really colorful, beautiful stained glass, like floral stained glass with purple flowers in the windows. And then I love those chandeliers that are like 1940s, 1950s, like vintage stained glass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that shit.
So if we walk up to your purple turreted Victorian house with stained glass, where's the entrance, and like are you there? Or
there's a gate.
Okay.
So you can't just come in. You gotta have the code. You gotta get the code. There'll be a big gate in the front, probably with like a wall like this, which is like what we have at the Suicide Girls house, like a fortress, like people can't come in. And then behind the gate would be the house. In there, you would have.
What was the gate code? We have to have it to get in. Turret Girl 187.
Yeah, let's say that.
Okay.
Because I almost just said my fucking PIN number.
Yeah, don't say your actual PIN number. Don't do that one. You start having to change things just from what you said on a podcast. I've got to call B of A. I am.
No, yeah. And so you walk in, and there's beautiful white magnolia trees. We've got all different types of citrus. We've got bergamots. We've got
what are bergamots?
Oh my god, I also just learned about bergamots recently too. Bergamot is a citrus, but I always thought bergamot was just like a herb, like a scent, because bergamot is what makes Earl Grey tea.
Oh my god,
I love Earl Grey. So you love bergamot. You didn't even know it. I discovered this recently as well. I love bergamot. And I like it as essential oil too. It smells so good. And it's a citrus. It looks like an orange, but you can't eat the orange because it tastes like shit. It just smells
super bitter
good.
And crazy, but it's just
So
they what do they shave the skin and put it into Earl Grey? Or?
I guess I didn't go that far into that wormhole.
You sounded all worldly. It's what makes Earl Grey Earl Grey. How so? You're like, it's got what plants need. It's
it's probably the fucking rind or something.
Brondo, and,
like how they make orange peel. Black tea or
the rind. That's what I was looking for. I was saying skinned it.
Rind,
yeah, the rind. Yeah. Okay, cool. Bergamot. I need to. So you have that there.
Yeah, and a fountain. And a lot of plants that my house made waters because.
So this almost got like that churchy feel that you have like a fountain or
oh yeah, kind of like that nunnery that I did mushrooms at that I was telling you about earlier.
Like exactly, but like a courtyard with like a peaceful like birds drinking.
Yes, very beautiful.
Like you're a monk or a nun.
Yeah, I do love birds. Also, I was going to say before, my other two favorite animals currently are hummingbirds and hawks because I just see them all the time and I love them.
That'd be a really cool LA clothing company, Hawks and Hummingbirds.
Yeah,
it's on Melrose, like towards the end of Melrose. Hawks and Hummingbirds. Oh yeah, they have those sweatshirts that are like $300.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay,
they're my spirit guides.
There's a really great Wilco song called Hummingbird too, by the way. Okay, that's for our listeners. If you haven't looked it up, it's on Spotify. Wilco, it's a band.
I feel like I've heard of them.
You really haven't heard of Wilco, but you know of Lizzo?
Everybody knows Lizzo, and I feel like I've heard of Wilco. I just don't know.
Lizzo. Wilco. They're playing together at
at my house.
Yeah, at your Fantasy House concert.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah, I want a stage in the backyard.
Shut up! You can't just steal that from me right now.
I want a stage because I will have parties and I will just perform. If nobody else is gonna watch me perform, I'll perform at my parties.
Like stand up, or you're gonna have your like Suicide Girl buddies up there doing their stuff, their burlesque show.
Fuck those bitches. No, just kidding.
Okay, if you're listening, she doesn't mean that.
Come to our show, blackheartburlesque.com. No, music. I'll have DJs and
Lizzo.
And comedy. And Lizzo, yeah.
Lizzo. Starring Lizzo.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
And obviously, Al's knocking things off the wall, but he's getting that shot. God. He's getting good pictures.
Let me just explain to the listeners what just happened. We record this either in the Comedy Store or at Tigheland Studios in the Valley, which is Bud Smith's editing studio. So there is classic film stuff from when Bud Smith, from his era, Babe, Live and Die in L.A., The Exorcist, like real movies. And Al just knocked something like a film history off the wall while trying to take a picture of us recording. Let's get back to the show, folks.
Yeah, I have to have a pool.
Okay. What's a pool look like? If we were like flying over it with a drone looking down on it?
I have always enjoyed those kidney shaped pools. It looks just like a kidney.
That's what they call it in the pool industry. They're like, you want a kidney pool?
Yeah, the kidney bean shape, and like the I love Spanish tiles, so like that like beautiful Spanish tile, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else in the backyard?
Hot tub is connected to the pool.
Hot tub's connected to the pool tub.
Pool tub's connected to the foot tub. There's a foot tub. It'll be like Wii Spa, but in my backyard, and it'll come with all the Asians too.
What's Wii Spa? Wait, it's a spa in West LA?
Yeah.
West LA?
Oh no. What?
I don't know what it is.
WI. I don't know what that stands for.
Nintendo Wii style?
Yeah, you go, it's a pretend spa. You just like pretend to be in a spa that you do all the movements, but not actually.
Yeah, I've put a VR helmet on and go through a spa treatment. I need that right now. I don't have time to go to an actual spa outside of here, but if I could just put like a Sony thing on my head and be like, I'm in a spa.
Well, oh my God.
Massaging my back.
It's funny because we were talking about DMT before, and I just went on this, like, I decided to like be cheesy and get a
DMT massage.
Yes, that would be great. I decided, or would it be great? I don't know. I haven't done DMT. Neither one of us have. But I fucking went on a Flavors of Montreal tour I took my mom and my brother, and
all the poutines right here.
They didn't even have poutine on it.
What?
I know. Well, they had all the other stuff, which was good, but I didn't know Montreal bagels were a thing. They're delicious. Yeah, and they were like, "You're a New Yorker, you might not like it," but I actually might have liked it more. It has honey water, so they're like sweet, and the texture is.
That sounds amazing already.
Really good.
I love water and I love honey and I love bagels. So I was just like, yeah.
Same.
And Canadians.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, the guy told me that at the museum, I don't know which one, there's a museum there, and there's just one.
The Museum of Canada. It's shaped like a puck.
They have a VR DMT experience.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he said it's pretty similar.
Yeah. He said it's pretty similar.
Yeah. Oh, wait, sorry. No, it's not DMT. It's ayahuasca.
Oh, okay.
Which is DMT, but it's like the spirit vine.
I don't know about our listeners and about you, but for me, like the visual side of tripping is like a small percentage of it. Like my experiences have been like, yeah, the visuals, it's cool, but the stuff I remember from it is like way just the mental experience of it, you know?
Yeah, definitely for me too.
But I'd be willing to do DMT VR. That sounds safe.
Right. It seems like easier.
That's not going to put me in any therapy or make me, start a new road show and leave my family.
Well, they say that DMT can heal depression and heal addiction, and ayahuasca is supposed to really heal addiction. Supposedly, my fucking ex-boyfriend is healed of his alcoholism.
Well, that's a whole nother podcast, folks.
We'll do that on part 3 when I do my when I do my Hamptons house.
That's where the therapy room's at. Okay.
Yeah.
So backyards, you've got a bunch of good stuff back there. Where should we go next? You have a garage?
You know what? I used to always want a roller coaster in my backyard because I'd be like, you know what? I just want to wake up to a thrill, just put a roller coaster back there.
Yeah.
Like a little one, but like at least one loop.
Describe it like visually for us because I love this. Like, this is what Fantasy House is. It's like, you got a roller coaster in your backyard? Like,
yeah.
tell me.
Maybe the roller coaster goes over the pool, so it's like you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right? Like,
maybe get a splash. Like, can you go?
And then there's also a zip line that goes through the sides of
I hope you have insurance, Miss Jennings. This is getting dangerous.
Through the sides of that. Okay, so there's this, basically the roller coaster is like one giant, really tall, drop. So that's like the really fun part. And then the drop goes from there to a loop, and then it just comes right back around. And then you get off, and then you go into the zip line. The zip line station is the same station, and zip line goes over the pool, but the big loop part, the big drop is like it goes on the side of the pool, and then it's up, and then it goes on the other side of the pool, and then the loop is like in the front of the pool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right? That sounds pretty
So
good.
rad.
Good setup. I could picture it. It would work.
I love it. You're like a Merrill right now, spicing things up. Or what does he do? He goes like, turn it up a notch. Kick it down, bro. What's he do?
The pool has lemons and basil in it.
I didn't mean like flavor. I think it's a barbecue sauce jacuzzi. No, I just meant like that you kicked it up because the backyard was already cool. And then I was like, anything else back there? And you're like, wait, we can't leave yet. I have to tell you about this one last thing. There's a zip line and a roller coaster. And I was like, all right, badass. Okay,
yeah, that would be great. And
That's great.
And the stage is like. Because it's basically this giant structure, the big drop, like it's tall, it's like 100 feet. And there's levels to it. And one of those levels is a stage. And you can like climb up it like Gwen Stefani did at one of those fucking big concerts.
Which, folks, we don't condone that or recommend that. It's not safe for professionals only.
And one of those levels is also a diving board that you can jump into the pool. Duh.
I just hope you have good insurance. Between the roller coaster, the zip line, and a diving board and a high up stage, we're not letting Great White play at your house. I'll tell you that much right now. Is it Great White which band is it that had their fireworks show? It was Great White, right? Okay.
Wait.
Oh, too soon? That was like 10 years ago, Lindsay.
No, White Snake, Great White.
It was Great White.
Wait, are you talking about that fire that happened in New Jersey where 400 people got stuck in the building? That was crazy.
White.
I watched. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I always thought it was a White Snake, but I was saying it wrong. But.
Wow. Just wanted a real quick joke about it, and now we have to have a fantasy house moment of silence.
Whatever.
That's why we don't record on 9/11, folks. All right, so
Stupid.
So we one last thing I would like to know, just to paint a picture for our listeners: the color of the track of the roller coaster.
Oh, wow.
And what's the car look like on the roller coaster? Just so we can really visualize. Unless you're driving, don't close your eyes. But everybody else.
I'm picturing red for some reason, but I feel like I didn't want red, so I don't know why red is what I'm picturing, but...
You sound like you'd be a really annoying roller coaster customer to the contractor that's like, well, you said red, lady, so we fucking painted it red. It's going to be $60,000 if you want it purple.
You know, because purple was the next thing I was thinking. Maybe it's...
Well, the house is already purple, so you can go gold and be a big Lakers fan house. You could go... What else complements purple, Al? What's a good one? Orange?
Oh, you know what I think I want?
Neon green?
I changed my mind.
Lime green? What?
I gotta paint it.
Actual gold?
So, because the purple house is like, it's like more like a lilac or like kind of like a dark lavender.
Dude.
And it's got like dark purple eggplant aubergine trim.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then I would say that the roller coaster should be a dark purple, like really dark purple.
No, and the actual...
And then the car.
Yeah, the car.
Ideally, it should be like a Victorian, Queen's, like, carriage.
Yeah.
That's
really cool.
That would be really cool, yeah.
That's rad.
I love intricate, like, molding and stuff.
Yeah, all the
I love
filigree
gold
and the different...
trim. Yeah, filigree. Yeah.
Totally.
I definitely need gargoyles, too.
Like
there's a giant
statues of gargoyles?
There's a giant gargoyle at the top of the roller coaster and on the top of all the turrets of my house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you have multiple turrets.
I do, yeah.
Can't get enough of them turrets. She's not a one-turret woman, I'll tell you that much. All right, so let's go back into the Casa now. Okay, so we really have just stayed outside through the front, right?
We haven't even been inside.
All right, so how do we get into the house?
Okay, well, there's several entrances.
Okay.
There's a side door which you can pull your car right up to and then walk right into that. That's in the little like car. There's like a cover for it's like not a garage, but like old Hollywood driveway. So, okay, so there's one of those you pull up so you can enter through one room. You walk into that room. It's the art room, and that's where the kids, I'm not having kids. These are the kids that I date.
Okay, Michael Jackson. Just all comfortable with that? These are the kids that I'm dating.
The 19-year-olds.
Oh, yeah. Once you get to a certain age, you can call like 19-year-olds like kid.
Yeah, they're kids now, right?
Kid.
Like 20-year-olds are kids now.
Yeah. You're not really like anything to fuck with until you're like 28. And then they're like, oh, you're not a kid anymore. You're like 28. You kind of get something.
Exactly.
So don't get all cocky, you 23-year-olds.
Yeah.
You don't know shit.
You're a kid.
Right? They don't listen to podcasts anyways. They're not hearing this.
Yeah. So then that's an art studio, and we've got all different types of mediums there. We've got, acrylic paints. We've got sand art. We've got Buddhist monks making mandalas.
Yeah.
We have sessions. We have art therapy there for my friends.
That's great. I love art therapy.
Me too.
Dude, like just the buttery feel of paint like makes everything better. You ever just take an object and just be like, I'm going to coat this thing in acrylic paint, like this thing? I literally was just like, it's just so therapeutic to be like, oh, there's a spot there that it should get paint on it. And you just,
yeah. I painted my parents some little bird houses a couple years back.
I'm painting a hat. I have a ball cap at home that like I've coated
nice.
with like 50 layers of acrylic, and every now and then I just go back to it and paint it.
It just feels good sometimes to just paint something that doesn't matter in that whatever.
Yeah, and it's fun.
It is fun.
It feels good. Okay, so you have art therapy there.
Yeah, and then
I'm going to paint something.
We'll say that the bottom half of the floor is like the fun floor, and the upstairs will be like where the bedrooms are. But I think that there should be a tumbling track, like almost like a gymnastics gym. It'll be a tumbling track into a ball pit.
Okay, what's a tumbling track?
Not a ball pit, a foam pit.
I love that foam pit, like where you could just jump into it and like do whatever.
Tumbling track is like a trampoline, but not as bouncy.
Okay,
so you can like it's closer to doing the flips and stuff on the floor, but you still have more bounce, so it's easier than doing things.
It's like safer to like do it and not to give you a little bit of like cushion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So tumbling track, so you can run into the foam pit, and that'll have a rope over it that you can climb to. Oh, and a rock.
That's what they need. They have a foam place by my house, and I take my son to it.
Oh, really?
And it's so fun. But like, if there was a rope hanging down that you could actually pull yourself out, it'd be so much fun to like actually climb up the rope.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah, they have that at some gymnastics
They do?
gyms.
Yeah. See, that would be rad to get to pull. It's like saving yourself from quicksand.
Yeah, and there'll be a trampoline too, because fuck it, why not? I
Right?
love that. I've thought of having a whole room of trampolines would be fun, like those. Have you ever been to Sky Zone?
No, but I think the place I'm thinking of that I was just telling you about, it's called like Rock and Jump or something like that.
It's just like trampoline.
It's
There's just
a bunch of trampolines.
Yeah, it's like one person per trampoline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'd have a room like that and the tumble track and the ball pit would go into that room, and then the trampoline room. The kitchen will be huge.
Describe the kitchen. I love kitchens. All right. Visually,
man.
what am I looking at?
Okay, well, we've got the pretty stained glass.
For your windows, all right.
I like steel. I recently thought that it would be cool to have like rose gold, almost like copper appliances.
Do they have that?
I don't know, but they should, right?
Al, do they have that?
Says,
Al's shaking his head yes, but he lies quite often. Do they really?
I've never seen a rose gold. It'll be gold too. It'll be real gold. A rose gold dishwasher, like
Dude,
that'd be sick.
That'd be awesome. My phone's rose gold. I love that.
My old phone was rose gold.
Dude, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
My wife's old phone, but still.
Yeah, rose gold appliances, rose gold fridge, ruby accent, big cutting board type table in the middle, like an island.
Your island is cutting board top?
I do like a cutting board island, but you know what? Maybe there's a small cutting board that's for the chef area. So that's separate from the chill area. So there's a chill island too, like the breakfast nook. You know,
yeah.
I like a breakfast nook. And
what color's your cabinetry? What's it look like?
Oh God, that's hard.
Because like if you're imagining a kitchen, like
I think if I had to choose, dark wood.
Dark wood.
Yeah, like cherry wood with a dark glaze or whatever they call that. Is that what they call that?
A dark glaze, sure. A stain?
A stain, yeah.
I was thinking like if glaze, like heavy shellac or something like that.
Yeah, dark stained cabinets, rose gold, and then The walls might be like, I'm picturing light yellow right now, but they'll change.
That's good. I mean, this is fantasy. You're allowed to have your walls changed. They could change with your mood. You could change them. You press a button. They change
How cool
every day.
would that be?
Whatever you want. So you don't have to pick a color right now. You could be like, there's a switch on the wall.
And then there'll be a Molly room where you could change the colors of the whole lighting of the room. And it will be shag rug, and the walls and the floor are all shag.
Yeah. The walls are shag?
Yeah, and
That's
you just
awesome.
like are feeling, you know. And then I also thought it would be cool to have an all bedroom. It's like an actual bedroom, just a bedroom. It's the bedroom, and it's just beds. The walls are beds, the floor is beds. It's only
that's
beds.
an insane asylum, just so you know. You talking about a padded cell?
That, but more comfy, you know? No straight
This is
jacket.
posturpedic, you see. It's much different.
Lots of pillows, you know, bean bags.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Just like that's like the smoker's room, you know?
I like the theme. You have the Molly room. You have a giant bedroom.
Yeah. And in the pothead room, and these are all things that I've actually, not all of them, but a lot of this stuff I've literally have written down in notebooks because I've thought about this before. Like when I was in high school, this was my fantasy house. I thought of having a cabinet but this is funny because now my parents know I smoke weed. It wouldn't matter. But at the time I had thought of this, so when our parents come over, we can hide it. We'd have a cabinet that would come out of the ground, and that would be where all our pieces, you press a button and it comes out of the ground, and it's all your like bongs and stuff, all your expensive, beautiful glass pieces.
For the successful stoner.
Yeah.
The expensive high-tech bong case.
Oh, yeah.
Badass.
There's that. Yeah. It's fantasy house, so I can have whatever I want, right?
That's right.
So
Totally.
I want a closet where there's just I open the door and I just want some stress relief. So it's like a boil or a pimple that I just can pop all the time.
Oh, dude, that's the best. You open a door and there's a pimple you can pop at any time to release stress, dude. Oh, dude, you're inspiring me. I'm like, dude, I want a scab.
Ew.
Let me pick a scab.
I can't believe that I'm saying ew. I'm saying
yeah,
ew to
you
your
fucking
scab.
bitch. You have a fucking zit. I'm goes for a scab. No, that's rad though.
Right?
That is so cool.
You ever watch Dr. Pimple Popper?
No, but no. Dr. Pimple Popper?
Yeah, well,
wait, is that a YouTube channel?
It's a YouTube channel that just became a TV show because that's how many people watch it because it's
dude,
people
they
just
popped
love.
their way into network television, dude. I feel like I've come across that, not probably directly in their website, but people reposting that because there was a time what would show up in my feed was people with it was like a doctor relieving it was so gross, and someone showed it to me, and then I started looking at them, and then you start indulging I gotta see another one.
Yeah, well, and there's so many different kinds of cystic acne, blackheads,
and someone did, or some technical videos they showed that. I love cross sections, and it showed a cross section animation of what happens during it, of a pimple, with the where the stuff the pus part is stored, and how the pressure works, and so all that stuff started coming up in I don't remember if it was Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, in your algorithm or whatever.
In my algorithm, fucking algorithms, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, thanks algorithms. That was pretty weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I feel like it was something like Mr. Pimple or something like that. So
yeah.
It's like Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb.
Yeah.
Well, there's Mr. Pimple Popper that came out after Dr. Pimple Popper, but they both pretty much taste the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ew.
That's so. I'm so. I wish there was a sound effect we had, Al, when someone comes up with something that I'm like, whoa, that's so trippy.
You should make one.
It's
today.
like Chris Lev's fart room. It's just you have a zit that you open the door to. Fucking badass, Lindsay. All right.
Thanks.
Okay. So what else? That's it. You're like, I don't think you can top that. We got to go.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on the show. No, I'm just joking. Keep going.
Well, let's see. What else do I want? Oh, I forgot that I want a wine drawer in my kitchen. They have these, a refrigerated wine drawer for white wine.
Yeah.
And then,
I thought you were going to say for white women for just a split second.
It definitely is for white
women. Before you even got through the sentence, she's like, for white women. So white wine, like you have a cold wine drawer.
Yeah, I don't even drink white wine that much, but I just want that drawer anyway. Oh, I'll keep my champagne in there too. And definitely a dog sanctuary. Maybe it'll be, I think I just need a lot of people who work in my house because it's just going to be too much for me to upkeep. So I'm gonna need my gardener, and I'm gonna need the dog caretaker, and because like, will they be able to run? They can't run around by the roller coaster, or we just have to block the roller coaster off. It's just gonna be a really big backyard.
Yeah, they'll be safe.
Yeah.
This is your fantasy house. If you're like, my dogs are safe, they're safe.
Yeah, so
we'll figure out a way.
It's a dog sanctuary as well, and we've got at least 10 dogs, and sometimes we foster some more.
It's very sweet of you.
Thanks. They're mostly pit bulls.
Is there? Oh, they're so yeah. They get a bad rap, and they're such sweet dogs.
I recently haven't. I mean, like I've known a lot of pit bulls that I've loved, but I've recently, I don't know, have just come across some so cute, sweet pit bulls, and they just cuddle so good. And
if you raise them right, if you treat them like they're like people, if you raise them
Exactly.
right, then they're freaking the sweetest dogs ever.
But people don't. Yeah, and then they get a bad rap because they're not raised right. It's fucked up.
What is there anything? Do you have a master bedroom? Have we even gone to a bathroom in your house?
Oh my god!
We have to go to a bathroom, and we got to go to your master bedroom, and then you can do
Fuck
whatever it is. And then you know what you can do? You can get the fuck out of this fantasy podcast session. No, seriously. Yeah.
Well, there's got to be at least 2 or 3 bathrooms, because they'll be, the guests can stay in like the bed, the actual bedroom, the room that's all beds. That's where the guests.
That's
will
the guest
stay.
room. Okay.
Yeah, and they all have to stay there together. It's like Love Island. They just hear noises and they're like. In the middle of the night, there's cameras in there. It's a reality show. It's actually just Big Brother.
You're a creepy person to be. She's so nice. She let us stay at her house. Meanwhile, you're watching videos of them sleeping. I was watched while I slept. Very creepy.
Yeah, master bedroom will just be really big, kind of minimalist. I like it. I like simple. I want all wood floor, by the way, dark cherry wood floor also. And. Yeah, I'll have one of those canopy beds, a big wooden Victorian style canopy bed with beautiful curtains, and a beautiful, gorgeous vanity. My bathroom will be huge with also beautiful Spanish tile. And there'll be a steam shower. I'll have a fucking sauna like Joe Rogan.
Yeah, yes, totally.
I don't even know if I like cryotherapy yet, but I'm just going to throw out cryotherapy.
Just throw it in there, yeah.
I'm just going to throw out cryotherapy.
This is like a supermarket sweep of fantasy stuff. Like, just get it now. Get it now. Just get rid of it later if you don't want it.
My bathroom is the wee spot. Oh, I'll have an on-hand masseuse. Definitely.
Yes.
That would be the most important person hired. Need the dog caretaker, the masseuse, and the housemaids, and the gardener. Oh, and the chef.
You're a chef.
Yeah.
All right. What? I guess for the last spot, let's finish off.
Oh, one thing about the bathroom.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Don't flush the toilet.
will.i.am's studio has these crazy bathrooms that are like you walk in and the toilet like opens, like it's saying hello to you. It's like hello.
Shit in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And then it's got like all the
it's got googly eyes.
It's got a bidet. It's got it's got all these options for the bidet. It's got heated seats. I want all that.
Okay.
The couch will have heated seats too.
Your wish is my command. You've got it.
Thank you. Spiral staircase in the turret. I also thought it would be like multiple levels of the turret. I also thought that it would be cool to have a forklift.
A forklift?
in the turret, yeah.
Instead of an elevator?
Yeah.
You're like, anyone can have an elevator, but just imagine using a forklift. That's so last man on earth. I love it, dude.
It would be funny.
Oh, it's great. Dude, this has been a phenomenal episode.
Excellent. Excellent.
I hope our listeners like that as much as I did. And a door that you can open for stress relief that has a pimple that you can pop in there is just hilarious.
I also would want one with a working penis too, but
the door?
it's fantasy house, yeah. So I guess
just the door that you open up that has a working penis.
Oh, closet.
Oh, closet.
Yeah.
Just the penis, just on like
just the penis.
like in the wall. And you're like,
the wall fucks you.
The best part of this house, it fucks you. The whole house is fucking you.
Yeah, that's ideal.
That's hilarious. I feel like if I had a dude on and he's like, so I got this door that you open up and there's just a vagina in the wall, and you'd be like, dude,
that's a glory hole.
Yeah, that's a glory hole. But if a chick says, and there's a penis that works, you're like, you go, girl. You should be able to get fucked by your house, right? You deserve it. You got a long day. You don't need to deal with the mess of a man.
Come on.
Oh, dude. Thank you for doing this. It was seriously #blessed guest. That was badass.
Yeah.
Where can Fantasy House listeners find you?
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook @Lindsey Jennings with a Z. And LindseyJennings.com. Also, I'm going on tour with the Suicide Girls this fall, so I'll be gone September to November. We're doing 70 shows, or let's call it 69 shows across America. Definitely coming to a city near you, unless you live in Alaska or Hawaii. But
then you're fucked, bro. You're fucked.
But yeah, come through blackheartburlesque.com. I'll be opening, doing stand-up.
Right on. I'll put that in the show notes, too. I'll put a link in there and all that good stuff. Thank you, guys, for listening. Thanks, everybody. This has been a freaking awesome episode.
Thank you.
Have a good one out there, guys. Be silly and have fun. Hit me up if you... I already did my real estate commercial, right? We're good. All right, you guys. Have a great day.